Hey everyone, and welcome to Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. This is the Billionaires row of the South, and we've done many walking tours of Sunny Isles Beach before, but never in the morning. So on today's Miami walking tour, we're going to be exploring Billionaires row of the South, Sunny Isles Beach on July 1st, 2025 at 7:38 in the morning. Now, the sun just came up about an hour ago, and you're going to see a real difference how Sunny Isles Beach looks in the morning time just before rush hour. Oftentimes, we'll film these walking tours during the afternoon, if not right during rush hour. And one of the downsides about Sunny Isles Beach is there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of through traffic right up and down the main Florida A1A. But I wanted to give the viewer a perspective of what it would be like to wake up here. If you bought an apartment, if you chose to move to Sunny Isles Beach, what is the vibe, what is the environment, and really the overall general context of Sunny Isles in the morning. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I think one of the first main takeaways you'll notice is the landscaping here. Everything is so meticulously landscaped. You have the Gateway Park to your left. Inside Gateway Park is a full children's playground. There's a lot of green space in there. And that's where they also have a lot of the food carts and the food trucks. Usually on Thursday nights or Friday nights, they'll have different events for the community, and they'll have a lot of good food trucks there. All up and down, right as you come over the Intracoastal, you have a lot of the beautiful Spanish architecture. Once again, great landscaping. Everything is very clean and very meticulous. Sunny Isles Beach is really known for a lot of the flagship trophy properties, such as the 2 St. Regis towers that are going to be built, the Turnberry Ocean Club and Residences, as well as the Porsche Design Tower. You can see the main skyline of Sunny Isles. Okay, we have finally made it to the main Florida A1A. This will take you all the way down into Bal Harbor. This is facing northbound, which will take you deeper into Sunny Isles Beach. But if you continue to head south on A1A, you'll run right into the very famous Haulover Inlet, as well as the Haulover Beach, which if you have the opportunity to go bike riding or jogging, or even you have a Vespa or a scooter, I would definitely try to ride southbound from Sunny Isles Beach to Haulover. Because it is really, really amazing. Also, if you head further south, this is the Trump Towers, the hotels. And then you also have the brand new St. Regis Residences, which is the second to last building before you enter the main Haulover Beach and Haulover Inlet. We're now crossing Collins Avenue, and this is Pier Park, Sunny Isles Beach. Go ahead and make a right here and check out the fishing pier. It would definitely be amazing to live here. Wake up before work, get a nice workout in, go for a jog or a run right on the water. By the way, right here, this is all public parking, so if you could find a spot, you could park here. And there's not a whole lot of public parking in Sunny Isles Beach, just a forewarning. So if you're not from here, and let's say if you park in the parking lot on one of the strip malls, they will tow you. I've been towed before, and they watch like a hawk. So anywhere you see these signs, the pay by phone is public parking in which you could pay. And it's very, very easy to pay. Wow, sunrise over the water looks great. We have a really nice public restroom here. And here we are right at the beach. This is looking at the main entrance to the fishing pier. And these are all the condos lined up and down. They even rake the beach in the morning too. You can see it. So you're gonna get fresh sand. Beautiful sunrise over the fishing pier. You can really get a sense for the lifestyle here. All those beautiful condos with those balconies overlooking the water. And you can see how the skyline really drops off once you go over the Haulover Inlet. So you see all these big skyscrapers, and then the lower skyline, that's Surfside Miami, as well as Bal Harbour. So you'll have the Bal Harbour shops, and then you'll have the town of Surfside, which is one of my favorite towns in all of Miami. You have that Flanagan's there. There's a lot of new development. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the boardwalk. The main pier, I should say. And just for context, it is 7:51 a.m. and it's 76 degrees here in Miami. And here we are at the Sunny Isles Beach, Newport Fishing Pier. This was built in 1936. It was designated as a historic site on January 21st of 1982. Really spectacular views from here. And you can see all of the hotels and resorts prepping the sand for the guests. So you get fresh sand every day. It's really just a spectacular lifestyle here. Unbelievable that you could potentially live here before you get into the office at 8:30 or 9. You could have a full-on beach workout and meditation on the ocean here. And just as the sun is rising, it's reflecting off the water, and you can see just how clean it is here. I'm pointing the camera all the way to the bottom. You can see the ocean floor. Stunning. And there they are, raking the beach again. I just want to zoom in on Bal Harbour as well as Surfside. You could really see that drop off, and that last glass building is the Ritz-Carlton, Sunny Isles Beach. And then once you go over that Haulover Inlet, that's Haulover Beach. Or excuse me, once you go over the Haulover Inlet, then you'll be at Bal Harbour and then Surfside, and you can see that skyline really drop off. And it looks like we could see some fish at the bottom. I'll try to zoom in for you all. But the water is so clear and clean that we could actually see fish swimming directly beneath us. It's awesome. There's actually a pretty big school of fish right there. Now this is looking northbound. North of the Newport fishing piers, where you're going to have a lot of the flagship buildings that I say. You have Jade, you have the Turnberry Ocean Club and Residences. You also have the construction site for Bentley, as well as the two St. Regis Towers and of course the Porsche Design Tower. If you look closely on the balconies right here, you could actually see the water and the sun glimmering off of those balconies. And pretty quiet too. You see some people getting a workout in. Okay, now we'll go ahead and get back on Collins Avenue and we'll start to head northbound. The further north you go, you're also going to run into the Publix, which is the main grocery store that services this neighborhood. You're also going to see a lot of great restaurants, a lot of Argentine restaurants. You have good coffee shops, lots of variety of choice of things to do. But again, I would say the only downside that I see to Sunny Isles Beach is just the busyness of the traffic up and down Collins. If you were to drive over the Intercoastal right here, this will take you to North Miami Beach, which is also a really great up-and-coming community. It's so much more affordable to live, and you're 5 minutes away from the ocean here at Sunny Isles. was the 75 bus that just passed. And here's Sands Point. This is the main valet entrance. If you look across the street, you're going to see all the strip malls. There's ice cream stores, jewelry shops, a CVS. I even believe there's a rental car company here. And Enterprise National. There's a Home Goods and a Marshalls. So you do have a lot of stuff here to take advantage of. Lots of banking institutions, TD Bank. I think you have a Chase Bank a little bit further north. Now, as you can see, the sidewalks are really clean. The only thing is that the sidewalks are a little bit narrow, right? So you have all of this traffic here. And again, it's about 8 o'clock, so you're going to start to see the street fill up. And this very, very teeny little sidewalk here. So if you have kids or children and they're riding scooters or bikes, you really got to watch them. Oh, that's right. You also have Einstein Bagels here. There's a lot of New Yorkers, so definitely appropriate to have a bagel place. At least one. This is right outside of Jade. 16901 Collins. Great building. Here's a public access site to the beach. Which is pretty convenient. Every so often you'll see these public access points so you can access the ocean. And remember, there's no private beaches here. So all of the beaches outside the Turnberry Ocean Club and the Porsche Design Tower are public. This is now 170th Street and Collins. You have the main Sunny Isles Beach Starbucks to the left. The fountain smells really good. To the left is the Starbucks. Could wake up in the morning, grab a coffee, get a workout in. It's still quite quiet, and it's about 8:12 a.m. Another public beach access spot. This is so nice, it'll take you right to the water. We'll explore this one. You have a place to wash off the sand here. And here we are, right back on the water. Amazing. Look at all these beautiful balconies here. I'll try to zoom in on them. Full floor, all spans all the way across. Amazing. We're quite literally the first ones to walk on the sand this morning. Looking like it's going to be a picture-perfect day here in Miami. Unbelievable weather. Really, really unbelievable. It's just so nice here. I don't even think the video is going to do it justice. for just how gorgeous this place is. You could even see some of the coconuts coming in on the trees. And again, look at how well maintained everything is. To the left is the town center park. Stony Isles definitely needs their parks. And you have the Stony Isles Beach Police. Okay, we have the light. Here's a pretty cool view from the sideline, or from the skyline, from the other side. It's the Starbucks. And just really great views of the skyline as you're having coffee. And in here are going to be all the different shops, markets. There's a supermarket over here as well. If you keep going up a little bit more, that's going to be the main Publix, which is the grocery store that I would shop at, or I would just probably hike it all the way to Whole Foods. Pretty amazing. You can kind of get the whole gravity of the buildings the further back you stand. Even have a Med-Right. If you live in Sunny Isles Beach, you're also equidistant between Miami International Airport as well as Fort Lauderdale Airport. And if you want to fly private, you're also close to a lot of the smaller private airports, or I should say, the smaller airports. This is what you have to watch out for. So any of these strip mall parking lots, if you park here and even if you step a toe off the premises, they're going to tow you. It's crazy. So make sure to pay very close attention to the public parking. You can see people lounging out on the one of their balconies right here. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this walking tour of Billionaires Row of the South, Sunny Isles Beach, feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Miami walking tours. And if you need help acquiring a property down here, moving down here, send me an email in the description. Thanks so much for watching.